Get a great show for you today. So sorry that it took me a little extra time to get back on today. I had to do some last minute things, but we are going. And let's see, we got a lot of good stuff we're going to talk about. Algorand's price just going in the can. That sucks. Definitely bummed out about that. Algorand, ASA, we're going to go through the Algorand charts, the crypto charts. We're going to go through the ASA charts. I just had an interview live on Crypto Rain. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And besides that, we got some more Sam Bankman-Fried news. I'm just going to go through that briefly because everybody's talking about that. Near protocol coming to MetaMask. That is a big deal. Actually beating Algorand, although Algorand has it on its way. We've got some comments from Stacy Warden about how the foundation hasn't been in the market since December. So we're going to talk about that. And some more stuff with the SEC and Sam Bankman-Fried, as well as how coins have retraced for the year. I think that's a really interesting thing we got here. And then I found a really interesting thread, although I might not be able to bring it up now. We'll look for that. So I hope everyone's doing well out there. Nobody on. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll be watching later. So we normally have this on Saturday. Put out a poll to see if people wanted me to do it today instead of tomorrow afternoon. I actually have no Christmas Eve plans. I have Christmas Day plans, but not Christmas Eve plans. And it turns out a lot of you must have Christmas Eve plans, so you all wanted it. Everybody, 100%. It was 100% today, so we're doing it today. So thanks for watching. Now that we're going to do this one today instead of tomorrow. And now I should be able to share tabs too, which is really neat. I got my, assuming I can find them. Let's see if coin market. Excuse me. So I hope everyone's doing well out there today. Looking forward to Christmas. And before we do that, let us look at the oh, that one won't let me either. Okay, we're just going to talk about it. I'm just going to be talking about it. I'm not going to be sharing my screen unless I can do this really quick. Let's see. Shoot. Okay, we'll have to do that next time. Dang it. Well, I hope everyone's doing well out there. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to share my screen again because I have to restart in order to do that, and I don't want to kill the stream. So just going through the Bitcoin charts, we're looking at around 16.7. Bitcoin's been moving sideways basically lately, as is Ethereum. They're all kind of the week. They're all either a little bit down or a little bit off. Dogecoin way down. Cardano dropped quite a bit. Matic a little bit. Polkadot's way down. Tron kind of even. Litecoin. Just looking for any. Solana took quite a big hit. It's down to 16th place. You know how I feel about Solana. The interesting thing here is just because a coin is not doing great, or just because a coin has some really bad fundamentals doesn't mean it won't pump in price, which is, the opposite of what you might think. But it also makes it more volatile. Something like Solana, we saw a huge pump even though it was heavily manipulated. I mean, the founder literally had a second wallet that he lied about. So he said that the volume was like, there was 8 million total coin supply, and it turns out there was about twice of that amount. The Uniswap, Avalanche. Well, let's just go all the way down. I'm not seeing anything too exciting up or down. Everything's either up a little bit or down a little bit, except for Algorand, which is down 15%, almost 15%. Sitting right now just below 17 cents, which is a little bit insane. Excuse me. Get a little water there. I'm gonna make sure I mute those, by the way, because I know it's like terrible. I didn't realize how bad that sound was. Algorand about the same price as VeChain. VeChain is just a little over 16 cents, also down quite a bit, but not quite as much as Algorand. People are pretty bummed out about that price, I'll tell you what. Let's see what else we got. There's some interesting things about Algorand, and I really wish that I could show this to you. I will be able to next week. I didn't realize I'd have to change the settings and then reset it, which I wouldn't have known until I turned on the live stream. So forgive me while I just simply talk through it. But interesting. So the interesting thing about Algorand is it came out of the gates at like 320, and it's never reached those levels again. I mean, it immediately dropped. It was released in the middle of a bear market. Well, I have no voice. Sorry about that. Released in the middle of a bear market, and it just has never really recovered. Top price we got to was around 240, and we obviously haven't seen that in the bear market, and probably won't again. Again, apologies that I simply can't share the screen, but I will be able to next week. And suddenly my voice is gone, which is really a bummer. We're going to look at the crypto charts here in just a second. Seeing a lot more positive stuff on the crypto charts. DeFi token up, Cosmic Gold is up on the week. It's still like 2.5 cents though, so it's not like it's yeah. Chips is way up, Bank is up. Algorand took a little bit of bath this week. Yieldly up, and I wish I could tell you percentages on the week. I cannot. Opulus is up. Moment, Vestige, and Webland are down, and that is a bummer. Let's see. Yeah, headline's been a big gainer, as is Zone. Zone is up like 30, almost 34%. I've got some Zone. I've been earning it through the Zone game. Pretty fun little game set. It's kind of a trading play to earn like farming, which I think is probably the best way to do that. So very interesting charts. Nice to see it. We're getting some people. Welcome back to the live stream. As I said earlier in the channel, we are doing this on Friday instead of Saturday because of the holiday. I would have happily done it tomorrow as well, but I put out a poll and people said they wanted it today. So yep, I do. I've been trying to keep that on the DL a little bit, but I guess it's okay to say what state I'm living in. Jazz asks, what would be the catalyst for Algo to start pumping? Probably the next bull market, and I'll tell you, I don't think Algorand's not a coin you get for the pump. I will tell you that much. When you got a 10 billion supply, it's just a little too diluted to really super pump in price. But the other part of it too is that it's just not a big mover. It really hasn't been. If you look at the long term effect of it, it's gone from like I mean, it's never gone to its opening price, which is a little scary. Oh, Madison, cool. Yeah, I've definitely been there a number of times. All right. By the way, I hide the chat every once in a while so I can focus on the stream here. Wow. So sorry about my voice. Well, let's get into some news. We talked about the price. We talked about how down it is, and it's really hurt sentiment. A lot of people in Algorand are really frustrated right now. So some of the questions that are coming about is where is the selling pressure coming from? We're going to talk about that a little later, but frankly, it's hard to imagine people selling right now unless they really are sure that the price is going to go down even further. And I have a video I was going to share with you from an analyst talking about Algorand, and we really broke through some support according to him, and there's a good chance we're going to see much lower Algorand before we go up. So we'll see. Will the price pump back up? I mean, I still think this is a good time to buy this and other cryptos, and I think it's a good time to let you know too that even though my channel is mostly focused on Algorand, that's because there's a lot to talk about. And it is a bit. I do have a big Algorand bag, but I have a lot of other coins too. And I'm really focusing right now, and I'll probably talk about this in a video coming up. That I'm really focusing on different coins that I think might really have a good bull market run. So I'm doing a lot of research, following some other crypto YouTubers or other influencers who have done this before and who have made big strides. And in fact, that's one thing I was going to talk about is that I went on the Crypto Rain channel today. So if you guys want to head over after this live stream and check that out, you can see I would be the latest stream, but it's the stream on financial independence. You won't see me in the thumbnail anywhere, but you'll see me in the show. And we talked for about a half hour on financial independence and crypto. I kind of wanted to ask him because he had actually been financially independent. I wanted to know, does he rely on purely on price action? Does he rely on DeFi at all? And just kind of how that formula looks like. Sorry, I'm just trying to stay hydrated here so my voice can make it through the stream. I might not have a super long one today, I'm afraid. So the thing to keep in mind though is a lot of fun stuff to do on Algorand right now. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that stuff. It's a lot of developers are building, and this is the time. This is a good time to build for them. It's a good time to build your bags in Algorand and other coins. So keep an eye out for that. Well, we got Sam Bankman-Fried extradited to the U.S. and he's on bail. That's right. So, for those who don't know, Sam Bankman-Fried had been being held in the Bahamas without bail. He managed to get himself extradited, and he didn't fight it because, for obvious reasons, he had a better chance of getting put on bail in the U.S., which happened. Now, it's a $250,000 bail, but here's the thing that people get wrong: he only had to put 10% down, and it wasn't his money; it was his parents putting up their house as collateral. So keep that in mind. A lot of people are saying, "Where did he get this $250,000 from?" And the answer, I know a lot of people are just joking about it, but the reality is he did not get $250,000. He got 10%, and it mostly came from his parents. Now, the other part of that is it looks like his former Alameda CEO and ex-girlfriend Caroline Ellison, and co-founder of FTX and its former CTO Gary Wang, flipped on him. So it looks like they're cooperating with the feds. They have both pleaded guilty to various charges related to this situation. And the reason they would plead guilty so fast is that they're definitely going to be spilling the beans on us, Sam Bankman-Fried. So I would say, and this is how I put this in my notes, he's basically screwed. Sam, as the Tiger King would put it, he's never gonna financially recover from this. Sorry, Sam. I think you're going away for a long time, buddy. So I got some Near Protocol news. Near Protocol is coming to MetaMask. That's right. Protocol is the first non-EVM protocol to be supported on MetaMask through their NEEF system, which is really interesting, which means you can remotely control your Near account using your Ethereum account. Now, I personally don't want to do that, but it's a big deal for Near, and also Algorand recognizes that because, and as Algorand Foundation CTO John Woods has said, Algorand is also working with MetaMask on that integration. But Near, it looks like Near got there first, so good for Near. As you know, I've done videos on Near. You can see that on my channel, so you really should go check that out after the live stream. I put a little more money into Near this week. I think it's a great protocol. The lower supply means the price action should be a little bit better. So it's kind of like Algorand with better price action. Still big on Algorand, but I really want to focus on diversifying my portfolio, and it's also going to diversify what I'm talking about. So you can expect that in the future. But that's a big deal for Near for sure. Now, Stacy, this is really interesting, and I wish I could show this to you guys, but Stacy Warden has had a tweet recently where she says that they have not been in the market since September 16th. I'm going to pull up this tweet. Again, apologies that I can't show it to you. That will return. That ability will return next week. It said, "Hi all, just want to give an update on market ops on the Algorand Foundation part. We haven't stop popping things up at me. Okay, sorry about that. We haven't been in the market at all since December 16th, and again, always below 1 million or 1% of total volume so as not to impact price." And then she goes on to say, "I'm dedicated wallets, not sure why we aren't live yet, but coming very soon." Now, that what she's referring to there is they had talked about the idea of having public wallets so everyone can see their moves for total transparency. And they just released the transparency report. People were complaining that it didn't come out soon enough, but it is out. You can see what they've been up to. Let's see. This is interesting because there's been some complaints that the foundation board only had 3 members, and Stacy tweeted that there are 5 members, which is interesting because I was pretty sure I read and I saw other people tweet about this that there were only 3 members. Let's see. Oh, it looks like their bios just simply weren't on the board foundation website. So I guess that's where the confusion came from. Very, very interesting. So some people, someone of course asked about. I said, "Okay, cool. Can we get an update on your bike club and the $15 million of algo you very generously gave them next?" Honestly, I think that's a fairly legit criticism. That seems like a pretty. I don't think it's the end of the world, but also it seems like a lot of money to give to a bike club. I know the whole idea is that it supports the climate change initiatives. That's what the club was. It was a climate change bike club charity. And I know foundations do this all the time, I guess, but I don't know. It seemed like a lot. Seemed like kind of a lot to give, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much. Someone made fun of other people making threads on clandestine activities. I think that's kind of funny. All right, what else we got? Oh, so this one's kind of interesting. The SEC's general counsel quit after a cozy relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. So we're doing a little more FTX news. So the general counsel for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has announced that he will depart the agency in January. SEC General Counsel Dan Berkovitz said he was leaving the agency as of January 31st, according to a December 22nd report by the Washington Examiner. The government official had previously wined and dined with FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried and his lobbyists, it adds. So very interesting. After 34 years of public service, it is time for me to pursue new and different challenges and opportunities, Berkovitz said in the most generic quitting announcement ever. It's what they all say. It's always like, "Oh, we want to spend more time with family." But the Examiner had revealed that Berkowitz had a cozy relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, and it cited emails obtained by the watchdog Protect the Public's Trust, which also reported on the resignation. Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX General Counsel Ryan Miller, and FTX President Brett Harrison met with Berkowitz at a luxury restaurant in October 2021. It reported. Apparently, if there ever were a scene to conjure up a vision of a DC rigged toward corrupt insiders, this is Michael Chamberlain, Director of Public Trust, Protect the Public Trust. At the expense of the little guy, it'd be difficult to top this one. Not long before its collapse on a raft of fraud charges, SBF and his gang were wooing one of their would-be regulators, no doubt to try to manipulate regulators to their advantage. So we've seen these criticisms with the SEC before, but that seems pretty blatant. It's interesting that he now steps down after SBF is going to the Hooscow. Looks like he'll be spending some time in prison. Do I have any more? And then we'll get to the chat here. There's one I really wanted to. This is one I really wish I could show you guys. This will be the last one. I'll talk you through it. Basically, someone put together a list of how coins have retraced since January 1st of 2021. They're all negative, which makes sense. Of course, they are. So there's a coin called Cryptocurrency Moons. This is at the very top of it. That was down 36%. They go down to Monero's down 43%, Binance Coin down 53%, Dogecoin down 56%, Litecoin down 57%, Ripple 59, Bitcoin 65, Ethereum 68, Polygon 68, Chainlink 69. You notice which one we haven't gotten to yet? Cosmos 72, Shiba Inu 75, excuse me, VeChain 81, Cardano 81, Polkadot 83, Hedera 85, Kronos 89, Algorand 90%. Only one that did worse was Solana, down 93%. Well, that's a bummer, man. So I don't know what this cryptocurrency moons is. I've never heard of it. Monero is like the privacy blockchain. I can see that one doing really well in times like this, but very interesting to see that chart. Again, I apologize that I can't show it to you. Looks but yeah, it just shows you Algorand has retraced a lot. But if you think about it, that means it also could pump up a lot. So we'll see. Let's see what we got in the chat. Looks like Pat Hardery's in the house. What's going on? Yeah, we saw that. Stacy not selling any since December 16th. And yes, you do correctly say that he put up his home's value. Now, the terms of the bail was that he had to be monitored, but it didn't include GPS, which is really interesting. I wonder how they're usually those monitors do include GPS. I'm not sure how they would not do that, but here's another Wisconsin guy. Welcome. Yeah, I guess that's cat's out of the bag. I'm not going to be able to keep that quiet anymore. Crypto Rain was telling me today that I should probably, or actually yesterday in our pre-talk, he was saying I should probably keep my location out. But I'll say I am in the dairy state. We're still the dairy state, right? Badger state. I should put a little badger in my wall. Yeah, yeah. Pat. You know how much I love MetaMask. I love it so much. Man, I've like spit nails here talking about MetaMask. Listen, I think it's great though. I think it's great that Near and Algorand are getting that integration eventually, and Near apparently is beating them to the punch. I think that's a great thing. So it's definitely a good thing. I'm just not going to be using it because I don't like MetaMask. I'll probably have to use it though because I'm actually thinking about buying one of the town. So the Townstar is turning on its earn function at the end of January, or at least it's supposed to. So I might take a chance and buy one of those highly discounted NFTs. So we'll see. Got I think it's kind of one of those things where it's a little bit of a crapshoot. I could be just wasting my money, but I feel like if it really takes back off, it could be a good buying opportunity with pretty low downside. I mean, you can get these now. NFTs that were like $1,000 are like $30 now. So we'll see. We'll see. Uh, hey, Guy Benson says happy holidays, and happy holidays to all of you too. I hope everyone's having a great holiday season. Just the bear markets they happen. Just think about it as accumulation time because it's a great time. It is a great time to accumulate, and a lot of coins, not just Algorand. Like I said, I'm basically putting together a bear market bag that I'm hope will be. I hope at least half of them really pump during the bull market. He says, "Love that hat." Yeah, this is so this is what you got at Decipher. This is what 24 hours of travel and $250 a ticket, and God knows how much. And well, actually, I do know how much, but thankfully, NifGen paid for a lot of the trip. But that's what that gets you. They also had bucket hats, which is kind of cool. I almost got a bucket hat, but I'm like, I want the trucker hat. Let's see, we got some polarization between the community and the foundation. You know, not undeserved, I'll be honest. Here's the thing. Um, my impression about Stacy was like, seems cool, but also maybe a little abrasive. And when I heard her speak and I met her and heard her speak at Decipher, that was kind of the impression I got. Kind of off-putting. there was a couple times where she said things, and I'm like, that's just really kind of rude. I know she introduced one person and she said, like, if you don't know who this person is, like, you don't belong here. And I'm like, well, don't tell people they don't belong here. Especially like the amount of trouble everyone took to get to the cipher. I mean, that was not an easy trip. You know, I was sick for weeks afterwards, and I don't get sick that often, just because of the difficulty of the travel. I mean, we had none of us ever really slept. So for her to come out and like insinuate that anyone might not belong there, I just thought that was kind of. I've just noticed that about her personality. She can just be a little bit abrasive. So she's probably not like the best spokesperson for Algorand. John Woods, however, is that dude. They should put that dude front and center pretty much on everything. And sometimes I think it's a little overblown, to go back to the question. But then sometimes I think it's actually not. So they do some things that have been questionable. The bike charity donation is one that I think is pretty questionable. Although I can understand the impetus behind it. It seems like a lot of money to spend on a bike charity when you're trying to get your coin off the ground, especially to people who probably don't care about crypto. I could be wrong. Pat asks, "You going to do a video review of NFTs?" Yeah, that's interesting. I've actually wanted to do a live stream about NFTs, and I want to bring on some people. I met the Tiger Chi gals at Decipher, and they are delightful. I really like those guys. It's two gals. They also do the One Circle, which is kind of like the project that. Oops, killing my mic here. They do the project that kind of gives you the outline of the whole ecosystem. Apparently, they're going to be adding me to the next version, which is pretty cool because they do have a section for YouTubers. And good for them for acknowledging that. I love that. Not just me, but I mean, the fact that they acknowledge the YouTubers, because the foundation, I'll tell you, they don't. As far as they're concerned, we don't exist. It's pretty bad. So I don't know. Yes, but yeah, I would love to do what I want to do because I want to bring them on. I want to bring Dale Forward from Algo Gods on if the timing can work out. And who else do I like a lot? Those are my two favorites, but I know there's a lot of ones that people like Algoano and Mingos and all that stuff. I'm not like an expert in the NFTs. I'll be 100% honest. I enjoy them. I've bought a few of them. I mostly like the functional ones, but I'm kind of getting into it. But I want to learn. What I want to do is bring these guys together and kind of talk about like what makes a good NFT project. What does the community expect? That sort of thing. So, good question. Yeah, Jez says she trashed Algorand at ETH Denver, saying Algorand was just okay tech. I didn't see that, but yikes. I hope that's something. And like I said, she can just be a little bit abrasive, and I don't think she's a great spokesperson. She's got like a ton of experience in on the traditional finance side. So she's a big player there. So I think she'd be useful for the foundation and probably a pretty good CEO as far as I know. Not like a not a forward facing CEO though. Maybe that's part of the job. Maybe she'd be better. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. Yeah, I met her. I mean, I met her twice, and she was friendly, but like didn't show any interest in anything other than quickly saying hi, how are you doing, shaking my hand, and that's it. Like didn't want to know anything. Oh yeah, didn't say anything about my channel, whether she's watched it or not, or didn't didn't ask me anything beyond that. She seems really taken with Coop. She likes Coop and she likes JT, and that seems to be about it. Which, whatever. I'm not really here for them to like me, and I don't. I've been thinking about like more about interviews and stuff, and I don't think that's necessarily my what I'm here for. I'm here because honestly, watch a lot of those videos, and they're really boring. I have a hard time watching interviews with like people in the foundation or even a lot of project developers. Not a lot of them are great speakers, and so a lot of times they don't make for the most interesting videos. So sometimes I think I'm better served just doing my review videos and kind of digging into those projects. But it's still something I want to do once in a while. They're never going to be a main focus of my channel, which is odd because my background is in journalism. So you would think that would be the thing that I do. But I actually enjoy like researching projects or doing stories like the Yieldy, how Yieldy fell apart. Like or my ISO 20022 video, which people are still mad about. I actually had a guy, I did another interview with a crypto YouTuber last night asking me about it. He asked me like a lot of really technical questions. And I was kind of like, dude, I'm not like, I don't work for the banks. I don't, all I can tell you is that the people in crypto are saying that that a coin can't be compliant. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just meaningless. So whatever. Anyway, um, yeah, you guys got any more questions or anything else you want to talk about? Otherwise, we're getting on about a half hour. Happy to stay on if there's more. I can look for my YouTube. Well, can I look for my YouTube? I'll just go to my other. I'll just go to the Firefox. Or no, I won't. But yeah, if you guys got more stuff for me, it's really cold out, by the way. I just want to talk about that a little bit. It's like actual winter. It's crypto winter in real life. Because man, I had to bundle up with 2 layers of pants to go take my dog for a walk. It's crazy. You guys, FrugalBC. So yeah, I got my Brave browser set up on my old laptop, which is where I'm recording this from. Mostly just so I can sew stuff up. I just want to see if I had any interesting any questions here that yeah, people really like the near video. Oh yeah, I did a video on AlgoGator too. That was a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool little project. I've been meaning to do that video for a little while. Bummer that it doesn't quite. It's not quite accurate yet in terms of assessing your total net worth in Algorand, but I love the opportunities tab. That's one of the most useful things I've ever seen. Uh, Someone asked me if I saw that if I thought near would hit an all-time high in the next bull run, and I said probably because I think a lot of coins are. Let's see, is there anything else on here? A lot of comments on the ISO 2022. Some people think I'm really full of crap. I'm like, but no one's really brought actually any evidence. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to CoffeeZilla. He's got this really great series on Logan Paul. I'm gonna go watch the third one after this stream while I make dinner. Really taking down him and his NFT project, and it's fascinating. It takes a lot of twists and turns. I can see why it's a 3-part series now. So go check that out, definitely. Pat says, it's dangerous cold. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's really cold. My face was like practically frozen off. It was so bad. Oh man. I mean, I really had to bundle, and I still could only walk like maybe 15 minutes at most. So I got like 2 15-minute walks. My poor doggy. She wants to walk a lot more than that. And yes, Brave is very, very good. All right. Well, I think my voice is going, so I appreciate everyone being on the channel. Oh, here we go. AlgoGator didn't find some of my DeFi accounts. Yeah, they're still working on common integration, so that's definitely one of them. I think that was actually probably most of the ones that it was missing on me. So, all right, guys. Well, have a very Merry Christmas. Great. Well, I'll see you before New Year's, but if you don't watch, have a great New Year's too. Thanks for watching. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd appreciate it if you do so, and hit the like button so more people can see this. And if you want to see my weekly crypto moves, you can join the channel as a channel member. So be sure to check that out. And I hope you guys are doing well out there. Stay safe, stay warm if you're anywhere near my area. And I'll see you